Hi Leo, welcome to the Esoteric Empire. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. You already know what's going on based on the title. Here is your energy, Leo. And the card that we got that you're going to be feeling the most throughout this time is Virgo energy. So there was a few messages I was getting when I pulled the card. The first one is you're focused on something that's coming up soon or coming up next. Obviously Virgo is a sign after you, so I feel like it has something to do with that. It could be a person you're going to be around, or you could be a Leo Virgo cusp, so you could just be feeling your own energy quite a bit. I just heard somebody's feeling themselves, so somebody could be really in their element. And then also Virgo has a lot to do with routines, habits, patterns, synchronicities, decoding, pointing out details, looking at things with a fine-tooth comb, and multitasking. So there's a lot going on here. You're going to be having your hands in a lot of different things, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's coming up for the dates that are listed. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. So Leo, you're showing up as Judgment in reverse. So I feel like somebody is going to, you may be like testing or getting some tests done, or you know, physically doing a test or something. I feel like somebody else is going to be judging you, whether it's like getting you approved for something, or saying that you're qualified to do something. So usually Judgment in reverse is a weird card, but I kind of feel like you, like whatever you have to do to be approved or seen in a positive setting, I feel like you have done what it takes, or I feel like you're in a situation where all you have to do is prove it to someone. So thankfully it doesn't seem like it's anything too heavy or anything too hard. I feel like you're qualified, you know what you're doing. All right, Leo, you're showing up as Ace of Earth. Like I said, this has been something you've been planning. Virgo is also a earth sign, and that's the energy you're going to be feeling. So I feel like you've been doing something for quite a while. You've been paying attention, growing something, cultivating something. And now for whatever reason, I feel like it's about to be a payout, or you're about to be approved for something, or there's some sort of like cashing in. Okay, so this probably has a lot to do with a job situation or practical matters. Okay, so you're looking really good. You're being very calm. Yeah, everything's looking really good so far. Yeah, so with this Five of Cups in reverse, you're definitely in a situation where you don't feel regret. You feel like you did something really well. I feel like you're in the situation where someone may feel like they let you down, but you're kind of like, you know, I have all my ducks in a row. So, I feel like somebody missed their chance with you or something like that. Let's see what this is dealing with. Why is this Five of Cups in reverse? Seven of Swords, because I feel like you found out the truth, or you found something out within yourself or through conversation. I feel like there was a fallout within that situation, like it didn't end well, but I feel like it wasn't your doing. I feel like you just reacted to it. Okay, definitely could have been involving a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but I also feel like it involves money. All right, you could have found something out about this person. Let me see who this person is. Okay, so it's a fire sign. So this is Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So it looks like you found something out about a Leo Virgo, or a Leo and an Aries, or a Sagittarius. Just somebody who has a lot of passion, or somebody who's very seen or known. And when you found out this situation, I kind of feel like it just made you be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to leave you in the past, or I'm just going to keep moving forward. Almost like you didn't allow this person to shift your focus or change your goals or your drive. It's definitely something with money. Okay, so this person could have definitely just been using you or asking for money when they had it, or they didn't want to pay you back, something like that. But I do feel like they were overburdened by whatever they were going through, but for whatever reason you're like, okay, it's time to let you go, because you're not trying to become better, or you're not trying to do better. Yeah, I feel like you made a logical decision. You did something that was maybe like a business situation, or I feel like somebody's saying it's all business. It's just business. So instead of you thinking with like an emotional outlook or perspective, or have connections with the person, you're looking at it from a business view, or just like, you know, how does this benefit you, or how will this hurt you? Okay. Yeah, I feel like you decided to move on from thinking with emotions, or you moved on from this person, kind of making it to where it's no longer like a love relationship or friendship. You're looking at it as a business endeavor, or you're looking at it as a partnership. But it's weird, because I feel like it's like you wanted something to go well with this, or you wanted to wait on them to give you a response or something like that, but for whatever reason they didn't make a movement, so you decided to make a movement, and you're like, look, this is what it's going to be. You know, I don't really care how you feel about it. This is the new change that it's going to be. This is how it's going to be now. Because I feel like they got too comfortable, or they became boring, or they expected you to do too much for them, or they became like really needy. And so with that being said, you're like, no, I'm going to do something different. It looks like you're almost forcing someone with tough love. Like, you're kind of like, look, you got to get out and get it yourself. You know what I mean? Something like that. Yeah, definitely could be dealing with an Aries here. Which is also that fire sign energy. Yeah, I feel like if you guys were in a relationship, you're going to level it down to being just friends, or just business partners, or just, you know, nothing from it. Yeah, you're like, I got to move on. I feel like you almost, it's like you wanted to level up, and they said they wanted to, but they weren't putting in the work. And so you're like, what the hell? I'm not about to keep chasing after you or trying to motivate you. If you're not going to get out there and get it, and you're just going to keep thinking about it or planning for it but not doing anything, I have to move forward. So yeah, Leo, it looks like you're definitely, you're changing up how you're moving because this person was slowing you down, okay? And if it isn't as big as this reading seems, it could be a situation where somebody was taking too long and you end up going to, you know, the party, or going to, you know, somewhere out to eat without them, something like that. It could be something very minor. But it does look like somebody is moving away from someone. Relationship wise, I feel like you're moving away from someone, moving up. It's not just moving away. It's like you want something better, and you know you can get better. So some of you are figuring out your worth. Some of you are just realizing that they never wanted the best for you. And so with that being said, you're moving accordingly, okay? Yeah, this has been a long time coming. So it's not like you just thought about this overnight. This, for majority of the viewers watching, it's like this has been something that's been cultivating for a very, very long time. And here, remember, we have the Ace of Earth is how you were showing up. So it's like you thought about this, and you really thought about all of your plans, the actions, you know, the benefits of the doubt, or the plan Bs, and all these ways that you wanted to make it seem like, is it me or them? And then you just got to the point during this time, you're like, no, it's them. But it's me too, because I'm still a part of it. So, you know what I mean? So you kind of realize what part you were playing. You're like, you know what? Let me just leave all of this behind, because it isn't serving you anymore. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is a very big milestone in your life, or just in your, you know, your relationship life, or just in your love life, or friendships, or just how you relate to others. Relationships come in so many different forms. And I feel like you just figured out, like, okay, it's not always about what I want the relationship to be. Sometimes it's just about, it is what it is. And that's a lot of times what earth energy deals with. It's very solid. It's very in your face. It's very, not black and white, but it's physical. It's tangible things that you can touch, you know? And so I feel like you were looking at it like, okay, I'm not getting anything out of this. I can't just keep dreaming that things are going to change. They have not changed, and they probably won't anytime soon. So like I said, you were thinking very practical. And with that being said, I do feel as though you're going to move on from the situation, from this person. So I do want to see how this person or this energy around you is reacting with you. So let's go ahead and see how that's looking. We have wealth and failure. Yeah, so if you're dealing with the Taurus specifically, I feel like there's somebody who feels like they really fucked up. You know, they feel like, oh, like this, like I really screwed up this time, right? Which is kind of like, yeah, you kind of figured that out too late. And then we have wealth here. So if you're dealing with the Virgo, I feel like this is you though too, because you have that Virgo energy here. I feel like this is saying with you, you're going to gain so much because of this situation. Or if it's a divorce, you know, it could definitely be like you're going to get a lot of money out of this. Or if it's a settlement, a lawsuit, or just you being able to focus on you and focus on your priorities and choosing you instead of choosing for this person to be a part of your life. You're going to gain so much wealth from that, whether it's wealth of knowledge, financial money, you know, anything like that. I just feel like you're going to be seeing, you're going to be blessed because you chose to go the right way, that your spirit knew that it was time to, you know, make that next step. Because I feel like for a long time you were running away from that. So let's go ahead and get some more oracle cards for you. All right, Leo. So your oracle message is Ace of Swords. So I feel like, you know, that decision that you make, that is the decision you need to go on. That thing that you keep saying, man, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. that thought, that new way of thinking that you kind of strike during this time, that is the way you're supposed to go. Your higher self is confirming that. Also with the Ace of Swords, it's letting me know that your higher self is encouraging you to not think about it on an emotional level. Leo, being that you are fixed fire, there's a lot of passion and there's a lot of emotions that go into things. As much as us Leos don't like to show our emotion all the time, we like to express, but we don't like people to know, you know, what we're feeling all the time, because it's a pride thing. But that new way of kind of looking at it and being like, okay, let me make my decisions wise, like actually making a decision and not just sitting and thinking what could be, what if, coulda, shoulda, woulda. You're making an actual movement forward and you're having a new mindset, and a new idea will spring forth because of this. So congratulations on that. One more oracle message from Spirit. Let's see what's going on for my Leos. Shadow. Yeah, so you working on this relationship, remember, relationships always reflect, or they have a way of showing us how we truly are dealing with ourselves, whether, you know, whatever that may be. Shadow is saying you're looking at yourself in the mirror, which to me means that you're analyzing what is there, and especially dealing with this earth energy that's around you very heavily. You're dealing with what is tangibly there, and you're allowing that to show proof of what you have or do not have within a relationship or the lifestyle that you're choosing for yourself. So this could be a difficult, decision or come to Jesus moment for some of you. And for others, this is more like kind of like honoring that other side of yourself, because when you do that, it kind of makes it to where like, okay, I see my darkest self. I see my darkest side. Now what? You know? And so once you kind of see it, you see it's not as big and bad as you thought. It was just that unknown part of yourself that you had to face. And once you do that, there's a lot of change that comes from that. I feel like that's the hardest step, to really just allow yourself to see that shadow self. Also, for some of you, if you've been considering doing shadow work or having a shadow book or working with crystals that deal with shadow self things, like black obsidian is one of my favorites, feel free to do that. I think it's time for you to do that, and I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to do. And a lot of times when we deal with shadow work, a lot of people start to fall off or out of our life because they're like dead weight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're going through a lot of like, okay, what do I need? What do I not need? So think about that. That is your tarot reading for this time period. Thank you so much for joining me for this, Leo. I hope to see you in the next week or the next coming week for your next reading. And if you want a private reading with me quickly and straight to the point, go ahead and email me lovefromaleo@gmail.com, and I'll see you there. Bye.